All right, let's see if anybody's around. I figured I would hop on. I'm finishing up this acrylic sign and I really wanted to share it because I think I finally solidified my technique for creating acrylic signage. And I just feel like I've been a little MIA from social media just because life is so busy. So I figured I'll hop on and work on this sign. And if anybody has any questions, one thing I've been really thinking about is like this transition from like the regular schedule into the summer and kind of just like how that will look for my business offering. So be on the lookout. I'm going to update soon kind of like what offerings are going to be available this summer. Right now I'm working on this acrylic sign, this light up acrylic sign. And I think I finally come up with like the perfect way, at least for me, to add lights to it. So what I did was, it's 2 pieces. So on this bottom piece is built up, I think it's about 4 layers of acrylic, and it has the LED lights inside. And on the top layer, it has the design. So I'm using these offset screws, but instead of using like a regular like tint screwed in the wall, I have this adapter so it can connect, and that's how I'm connecting the 2 together. So I'm finishing that up, and then I'm going to take off the final paper to show what the acrylic sign looks like. My screws are like slightly too big to get in this hole, so I'm just like melting the hole a little bit more to kind of get it in. It smells awful, but luckily it's a beautiful day and I have the doors open. Sometimes I think like all my videos are all sped up and like make this process look so fast, so I think it's kind of nice to slow down and show everybody how long this actually takes to make one of these signs, and to kind of like make these things. And also like what you don't see are the hours and hours and hours and hours I spend like prototyping and figuring it all out. So I'm gonna put in this next offset screw. I'm gonna see like in real time. Let's see. Oh, the hole's not quite big enough. Not quite. Hey, Tank. I made one of my first acrylic signs, actually. It was for a friend who just hopped on, which is one of my favorites. And I think it's really cool to look back on the ones I've made in the past and like how they've like evolved into what they are now. I'm gonna see if I can get a better view of like what I'm actually doing. There it goes. This is the sign I'm working on. Smells so bad. Literally like burning the plastic. Let's see. Yeah, it's finally big enough. This will go in here. And then just have to connect it. We're getting there, only 2 more. And then the sign will be ready. See if I can get it to catch. I think I did. All right, so 2 screwed in. Progress. It'll be much easier to see the lights when it's dark, but also once I took off this paper here, to see how it's lit up to give it a glow. Let's do these. Maybe I need like a mask for this because it smells so bad. One of my favorite things is when I can't find the tool I want, I like just to make it. And that's kind of what I feel like I did with these. This is my second sign that's kind of like in this strategy of how I built it that I made. And I think it works really well. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see. Alright, that one's good. Is this whole big enough? Almost. Let's see. Hopefully this is big enough because it smells so bad. I don't really feel like doing more of it, but I'll tag her at the end. But this sign is for Anna at the Modern Events Company. If you need like a vendor for an event you're coming up with, I cannot recommend them highly enough for like photo booths and interactive sleepovers, like anywhere from that's hot. Any like type of event. She's really excellent, and they also do, which I think is perfect for the summer, these beautiful picnics with like these fancy tablescapes. And now I need to have a party where I can have like a fancy tablescape picnic. Okay, we're almost there. My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. I've been sitting and doing this for too long. The first acrylic light up sign I ever made was for Auntie's Creations, which I think is just like incredible. It's 4 sisters who started a business. Hi, Lexi. If you need permanent jewelry, Lexi just hopped on, and she has the cutest stuff. And she has amazing acrylic signage that we designed together. Lexi did a custom order, so she customized exactly what she wanted and was able to get the perfect jewelry stands. All right, now we're gonna take this off to see how it looks. You can get a really good view of the light up, although the doors are open and the sun's out, so it might not be super bright. Sorry, this one. So I made it so the light will glow from behind the letters. Let's see if I turn it up brighter. Let's see a little bit more. I have the carriage doors open, so it's very nice and bright in here. So I might not see the light so much right now, but I'll take some photos. Ooh, see how it just turned red? You can change colors, which is super fun. Well, the green is pretty bright right now. think these can also be controlled by your phone. I think they're Wi-Fi enabled, which is just kind of cool. So let's finish taking this off. Lexi, I think I need to make one of these for you. A light up one. I love it. Auntie's Creations, the one I made for them, they keep it in the background of all of their videos they do, which is just very fun. Here it goes. This is like the most satisfying thing ever. But so this is how like fast it actually is to make one of these acrylic signs, because I just pay very close attention to the detail and make sure that everything works how it should. I also, part of the reason I make it so these two layers can easily come apart is one thing I found with the LED lights, like they're still like they could fail. And I want to make it so with the acrylic signage, like if somebody's purchasing it from me and the LED lights fail, I want to be able to fix it or to help them fix it. Let's say it has for a long time and they need new LED lights or something. I don't want them to have to buy an entire new sign because they're built in. The way that this is designed is that it's 2 layers, so you can separate it, take off the top part, fix the LED lights, and go back. With all the products I do, I want it to last a long time. I love working with small businesses, and I know that like every single purchase for a small business is a big deal, because I know every single purchase for my small business is a big deal. So it's really important to me that if something were to go wrong, or I'm hoping they can use these for years and years and years, eventually the LED lights might stop working. I still want it to be very usable. So some dust in there, I'll take it out. But this is the final product. Now you can see the LED lights are like embedded on the inside. Good view in the back. So it'd actually be really cool too as like a faux neon light if we ever did it. I could do it with like 2 layers of this on the inside. Is another really fun thing you could do. I really love making these acrylic signs. I think this would be a really fun name side for like an older kid. I'm gonna make one for my kiddo because I think she would really think it's like cool and that it lights up. So if anybody wants these, you can find my custom inquiry in my link in bio and just throw in an inquiry or send me a DM and you can get yours. Cool thing about these is there's a lot of different ways to hang them too. Because you have these offset screws, you could use clear wire and they can just be like strung on and attached onto something. You could use strong magnets. You could add, I'm trying to think how we've done it. So yeah, magnets, the chicken wire, you could add some type of like hanging wire here as well. It'll hold up. The last one I made was a dine-in one and we used, I think they used it on a greenery wall and they used like clear fishing wire that was really strong and that way you can kind of hold it. But it's also very mobile. This is charged. If you have anything that's like a rechargeable USB, it can just be plugged into that. So it's it's portable, easy to use as a remote and just for fun. Before I sign off, show off all the pretty lights. Hi, Mom. I love you. I feel like this gives me something I can show my kids. Like, this is what I do all day when you're at school. All right, these are all the colors. Hard to see because of the light and it's sprayed out, but you get the idea. It's the blue. Oh, there's the green. Pink. Ooh, that's fun. Red. Green. Blue. It can also like change. Like right now it's hard to see, but it's like light up rainbow. Oh my gosh. Now this just like gave me the idea. I need to make this sign for my kiddo, but her name and then just like this on the inside. So like the outline layered in between, and then just her name. And I think she would really like that. All right. If you have any questions about custom signs, custom products, let me know. Thanks for hanging out.